Have you ever found yourself at a crossroads, unsure which direction to take, feeling like every effort leads to nothing but frustration? Perhaps you've been through phases where life seems unfair, and despite your best attempts to make sense of it all, the outcomes remain unfavorable. What if there was more to these moments than meets the eye? What if the setbacks, delays, and seemingly insurmountable obstacles were actually part of a grander design? Often we interpret hardship as punishment or neglect, but in reality, it could be a divine strategy unfolding in ways we may not fully comprehend. The journey through life is a complex one, filled with highs and lows, triumphs and failures. For the believer, there is comfort in the knowledge that no moment is ever wasted, and no experience is ever in vain. As Allah SWT says in the Quran, "Indeed, with hardship comes ease." Quran 94:6. This profound truth is not merely a promise but a framework for understanding life's challenges. Let's embark on an exploration of the intricate ways Allah silently guides, supports and refines us, even when all seems lost. 1. The wisdom of delay, when patience is the key. In today's fast-paced world, we are conditioned to seek instant gratification. We want things to happen now, whether it's a promotion, a breakthrough, or an answer to a heartfelt prayer. However, delays are often divine detours designed to bring us to a better destination. When things don't go according to our plan, it's easy to feel frustrated. But in those delays, there is wisdom. Think of the story of Prophet Joseph, peace be upon him, who spent years in hardship, betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, imprisoned unjustly, before he was raised to a position of power. The long years of waiting were not wasted. They were a time of preparation. Each delay was a step toward his ultimate purpose. Similarly, when you feel like your prayers are being ignored, remember that Allah's timing is always perfect. What we perceive as a delay is often Allah's way of preparing us for something far greater than what we initially asked for. The Quran reminds us, "Verily, Allah does not delay the reward of the doers of good." Quran 3:171. Trust in this divine timing and allow patience to be your strength. 2. Closed doors as redirection, a pathway to better opportunities. When a door closes, the immediate reaction is often disappointment, as though something valuable has been lost. However, in the realm of divine wisdom, a closed door is not an ending, but a redirection toward something better. It is Allah's way of protecting you from a path that could lead to harm or misfortune. Imagine walking down a road that suddenly comes to a dead end. Frustration builds, but unknown to you, that road leads to danger or a deadlier fate. The blocked path is actually a form of mercy, guiding you toward an alternative route, one that leads to safety, success, or spiritual growth. As the Quran says, it may be that you dislike a thing which is good for you, and that you love a thing which is bad for you. Allah knows, and you know not. Quran 2:216. Reflect on the closed doors in your life. Could they be blessings in disguise? Was there something better waiting that you couldn't have envisioned? The key is to maintain trust in Allah's wisdom, for He sees the full picture while we only grasp fragments. 3. Inner peace. Amid chaos, the calm within the storm. One of the most profound signs of Allah's guidance is the gift of inner peace, especially in the midst of external chaos. When everything around you feels like it's falling apart, yet you find a strange, unexplainable calm in your heart, that's a sign that Allah is with you, steadying your soul. Consider the story of the prophet Abraham, when he was thrown into the fire by his people. By all worldly measures, he should have been consumed by the flames, yet he remained unharmed. Allah made the fire cool and safe for him. Similarly, in your moments of greatest fear or distress, if you find a sense of peace and composure, Recognize it as a divine gift. It is Allah's way of reassuring you that He is in control, no matter how dire the situation seems. This inner tranquility is a form of spiritual protection, a reminder that even though the storm rages around you, it cannot touch the peace Allah places within your heart. The Quran captures this beautifully. Those who have believed and whose hearts are assured by the remembrance of Allah. Unquestionably, by the remembrance of Allah, hearts are assured. Quran 13:28. Fourth, subtle guidance, signs along the way. Guidance from Allah doesn't always come in grand gestures or miraculous events. More often, it manifests in subtle signs, an unexpected conversation, a verse from the Quran that resonates deeply, a piece of advice that arrives at just the right moment. These are Allah's gentle nudges, steering you toward the right path without overwhelming you. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasized this when he said, "I leave behind me two things, the Quran and my Sunnah, and if you follow these, you will never go astray." These sacred texts are sources of eternal guidance, always available to us, but it requires mindfulness to recognize the signs they offer in our daily lives. Take a moment to reflect on the times when solutions appeared out of nowhere, or when your heart was inexplicably drawn toward a particular action. These are not coincidences, but signs of Allah's quiet intervention. Pay attention to the subtle guidance, for it is through these small signs that great changes often occur. 5. Protection in disguise, saved from unseen dangers. There are moments in life when we narrowly escape danger, whether it's avoiding a car accident, missing a flight, or being kept from attending an event that later turns disastrous. At the time, these might seem like mere coincidences, but in reality, they are examples of Allah's protection. Allah's care for His creation is constant and encompasses even the unseen. We may never know the full extent of what we've been saved from, but we can trust that every moment of safety is a manifestation of divine mercy. The Quran assures us, "For each one are successive angels, before and behind him, who protect him by the decree of Allah." Quran 13:11. In moments of safety, take a moment to thank Allah for the protection He grants, both visible and hidden. The narrow escapes and avoided dangers are not accidents. They are part of a larger plan to keep you safe from harm, even when you're unaware of the threats around you. 6. Unexpected help, the hand that lifts you up. Sometimes, when all seems lost, help comes from the most unexpected places. A friend you haven't spoken to in years reaches out. A stranger offers a kind word or assistance, or you find a resource you didn't even know you needed. These moments are not mere chance. They are carefully orchestrated by Allah, showing His presence in your life. The Quran speaks to this divine provision, and whosoever fears Allah and keeps his duty to Him, He will make a way for him to get out from every difficulty, and He will provide him from sources he never could imagine. Quran 65, 2-3. These sources of unexpected help are reminders that Allah is aware of your needs and is constantly working behind the scenes to ensure you have what you require. The next time help arrives unexpectedly, take it as a sign that Allah is watching over you, ensuring that you are supported, even in ways you hadn't anticipated. 7. Growth through adversity, a path to strength. It is often said that the strongest steel is forged in the hottest fires. Similarly, the most profound personal and spiritual growth often occurs in the face of adversity. Challenges, hardships, and trials are not meant to break you, but to shape you into the person you are destined to become. Allah reminds us in the Quran, "Do people think that they will be left alone because they say, 'We believe,' and will not be tested?" Quran 29:2. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth, a chance to refine your character and deepen your faith. Rather than seeing difficulties as setbacks, view them as opportunities for transformation. With each trial, you emerge stronger, more resilient, and closer to your true purpose. Conclusion: trusting in the silent hand of Allah. Life's journey is rarely straightforward, but for those who believe, there is always a higher purpose at work. The closed doors, the delays, the unexpected help, and even the trials are all part of Allah's plan to guide, protect, and elevate you. Trust in this silent hand, and you will find peace in knowing that no matter what happens, Allah is with you every step of the way. In recognizing these subtle signs, you not only deepen your connection with Allah, but also transform your perspective on life's challenges. Rather than seeing setbacks, you see opportunities. Rather than feeling abandoned, you feel supported. And through it all, you realize that the path you walk is never truly walked alone.